Hey, what's up guys, how you all doing? I'm Paul the Tech Giant and welcome to the channel, where tonight I'm going to be doing a gaming test between my 65-inch Samsung Q90r and my 65-inch LG B8 OLED. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I did do a gaming test on my 65-inch B8 OLED with my PlayStation 4 Pro and the new Resident Evil 3 demo, and you guys seem to love it. But there were a lot of people out there who said, why don't I try it out on the Xbox One X? So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing tonight with this splitter just here. Unfortunately, no HDR. As I've said in previous videos, for some reason I can't get it to work. I don't know why. As you can see, it's advertised that it does pass it, but I can't get it to work. Don't know why. So it is just regular dynamic range on this gaming test tonight. Now, before we do get into the test, I just want to give you guys a rundown to do with the picture settings that I'm using. And this seemed to be a big bone of contention with a lot of you guys out there. So just going to put it straight now, what I'm using and the reason why. So the settings that I will be using tonight, I will be starting off just with the standard factory default standard settings on both of these TVs. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is that these settings are available to every single one of you if you was to buy either of these TVs. So you can replicate these exactly at home. Then I will be turning on the game mode on both of these TVs and using Arting's settings. They're like a well-known TV testing sort of site out there, and they put their settings online, and I've implemented their gaming settings for both of these TVs because you guys asked for me to basically calibrate the TV. Now, the reason why I've not paid for a professional calibrator to come in and set these two TVs up, well, first reason, we're in lockdown, and secondly, it's not something I would ever pay for anyway. That doesn't interest me whatsoever. Plus, 99% of you guys out there will probably never pay for someone to set up your TV anyway. So there's no point in me paying for someone to come in to then show you guys something that you won't be able to have at home. Plus, then there is the fact that even if I was to have someone come in, that by the time then I've recorded that image through my mobile phone, it's then compressed through YouTube, and plus the fact that you're not going to be watching it back on a calibrated screen means that what you end up watching is nothing like what they would have set it to anyway, so it's absolutely pointless. Right, so the final settings that I'll be using in this test will be that I'll put them back to standard on the OLED, but I'm going to be implemented what I like to call my OLED settings for my QLED. Now, I've been working on these for a little while and trying to get the sort of OLED look on a QLED TV, and so far the response has been positive from you guys, so hopefully it will look just as good on this demo. Now we've got that out the way, which I absolutely hate having to do because, to be honest, it gets a bit tiring having to explain myself all the time, but still, I've done it now, so I think it's time we crack on with the testing. Right, we are off with Resident Evil 3. Now, just at the moment, I have got the lights on. Let me just adjust this screen there. Right, that's a bit better. Now, the reason why I've got the lights on at the moment, because it is a little bit easier on the camera, but I will be turning them off in a second. I'll put them on and off a few times, like I said, to just show you what it's like with the lights off and with the lights on. So, like I said, just quickly show you guys that we've got that on standard on the OLED. OLED is on the bottom, and on the top, as you can see, is the QLED, and that is in standard mode as well. Let's just take a quick close-up look. So this is on the QLED, and that's looking really nice there. This is, like I say, just the standard settings at the moment, and we'll move down to the OLED there, and that is looking very nice too. So OLED and QLED. And please don't complain about the lights and one TV being closer to the lights than the other. There's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. That's just the way it is. This isn't a studio or anything like that. This is my home, so please don't compare me to these other YouTubers who are actually sort of businesses, because like I said, this is not a studio. So this is with the lights off, and if we just fire up the game now and see how it goes. So as you can see up the top there, the QLED is definitely sort of more grey than black. And the sound is coming out of the OLED. It's just going closer. So OLED, QLED, and you know, they both look nice in their own sort of ways. Nice to meet you, Jill. Just come over this side here a bit. I am UBCS, platoon leader Mikhail Victor. My team was sent here to rescue Sabine. Right. How's that going? Now, I will say that the standard settings aren't the best on each one. But like I said, you know, these are settings that all of you guys, don't matter where you are in the world, you can go and buy one of these TVs, and like the standard settings will all be the same. And I know a lot of people say, well, why would you put it on standard? Well, the fact is, I get a lot of people, when I put these games on game mode, say, can you show me it on standard? Because they don't like game mode. Because, you know, the picture quite often doesn't look as good. And not everyone's bothered about sort of, you know, the lag and things like that. You know, I can understand it for sort of you hardcore gamers out there. But not everyone's that bothered about, you know, a slight bit of delay, and would rather have the better picture quality. So once this cutscene is ended, actually no, we'll change it now actually. So what we're going to do is change to game mode now on the OLED, which is simple enough to do. Unfortunately, with the Q90r, we have to go a bit more deeper into the settings to implement game mode. QLED is a bit more washed out, like I like to call it, a bit wishy-washy. Just going a bit closer and let the sort of camera adjust itself. Let me just... So I've locked the exposure. That's a bit... I'm messing it up there. Now it's because the lights are off. The camera does struggle. So I'm just going to knock the lights on for a second. But you can see how that seems to, like that scene there. Go back down those stairs. And then sort of come back up. Can you see sort of the difference there? It looks quite washed out there. And you know, these aren't my settings to make it look worse or anything. These are arting settings. So let's just go in close there. So I'll just hold it there a sec. So that is your OLED. Let's go in close. Sorry about the reflections. And that is your QLED. I mean, I can see a noticeable difference on that scene right there. Don't know if that has come across on camera, but if we carry on with the gameplay. I would love to shoot all of this in the dark, but like I said, it is really, really hard. And like I said, I do apologise about the lights. I'm not trying to make it worse for the QLED here. Before I had the OLED at the top and the QLED down the bottom, everyone accused me of being unfair to the OLED. I just can't win. I can't have them side by side, and that's just the way it is. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just change the settings again now. So I'm going to put this back to standard. And now, so I'm going to turn off the lights. And now I'm going to implement what I call my OLED settings for my QLED. So let's turn off game mode. And I'd like to hear your feedback on this. If you think it looks better than the settings from Artings. So here we go. And how is that looking? Now, like I said, I've messed around with these settings for quite a bit to try and get them as close to my OLED as possible. It is slightly darker than the OLED down there, but I think I've done a fair job. Having both TVs here has aided with that. So that is me Samsung with me OLED like settings, and that is the OLED itself. And for anyone who was saying to me to get a better camera, well, I have been on the hunt for a new camera. So when I have made my choice, I will be bringing that to the channel. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with those settings. I won't be giving them out just yet because, as I said before, they're not completely finalised. Let's put those lights on and have another look. For me personally, I still think the OLED has just got the edge, but in all fairness, it's not a hell of a lot in it now. It's going really, really close. One problem with the Q90r is the actual screen itself. It's got like a matte finish to it, where the OLED has got a glossy finish to it, so you do get just a sort of cleaner look on the OLED anyway. And that sort of matte look on the QLED does sort of give it that hazy appearance anyway. So one more time with the lights off now, just to please everyone. Lights on, lights off, screens up, screen down. Can't keep up with it all. But I try my best to please everyone, but unfortunately I can't please all the people all of the time. I think there's a lot of people out there who seem to think that YouTube videos are just personalised for them. They forget about the other 1.5 million views I get a month. So that's the QLED again. We just stop there a sec, just look up a little bit. There we go, just hold it there so we can have a closer look at the detail there. And down to the OLED, up to the QLED, and finally back down to the OLED again. So there you go. I think that about wraps it up. So there you go then, guys. I hope you've appreciated this video today, and I have tried to do my best, like I said, to sort of fulfill everyone's needs with putting the lights on, putting the lights off, trying the Xbox, both the TVs and various settings. Like I said, I can't please everyone with those settings, so please just go easy on me. You know, I can't, you know, do every single setting for every single person. And, you know, I'm up at, you know, just close to 3 o'clock in the morning making this video for your entertainment. So I can't even speak properly, so early in the morning. So if you have enjoyed this video tonight, I would really appreciate a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of the same in the future, including more gaming tests, and I will be doing gaming tests on the new Samsung Q80t that I've just taken delivery of, then please hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell icon, because otherwise you will not be notified of my latest upload. So thanks very much for joining me today, and hopefully I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.